So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say if you buy this truck, even though it doesn't have the latest technologies and features, I'm willing to bet this will easily last you 10 to 20 years. Before we get started with the video, just wanted to say a huge thanks to King's Toyota here in Mason, Ohio at the King's Auto Mall for allowing me to film this video with the Tacoma. Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video. This is the 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. Now this right here is spec'd, comes to $43,200. In terms of the trim hierarchy for the Tacomas, this one is the third one from the bottom. So you have SR, SR5, and then you have this one, the TRD Sport. The Tacoma has been one of the best selling small trucks in this segment. So there's a lot at stake here for Toyota. So in this video, let's give you a detailed tour of everything this truck has to offer. Alright guys, so let's talk about the front end here. For the headlight module, you have an incandescent bulb for the turn signals as well as your high beams, and your low beams is a halogen bulb. You also have a DRL LED, and then for your fog lights, it is also an incandescent bulb as well. Now this car is equipped with a 360-degree camera view, so you have a front-facing camera up here right under the Toyota logo, and right behind the Toyota logo, that's where your safety system lies. Down here you have a plastic panel that guides the air under and around the truck, and then over here you have a tow hitch as well for the front. Also, before I forget guys, I wanted to show you that this hood scoop over here is actually fake. It is not functional. Other than that, there's nothing else special. Let's move on. Right, next up, let's talk about this bulletproof engine that Toyota has. This is a really old and really reliable engine, guys. This is a 3.5 liter V6 if you're not already familiar. It's got 6-speed automatic transmission, which is also ancient, but it's reliable, which again goes back to the theme with this car. Basic, but reliable. The power figures for this engine is 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. And the fuel economy for this engine is 18 city, 22 highway, and 20 combined. Remember, the Tacoma does not offer the hybrid powertrain or even a turbo 4-cylinder. So this is the best you're gonna get. But I'm almost willing to bet with the next redesign, there is a hybrid system coming. Now, one thing I really like about this engine layout is everything is easily accessible. I mean, look at the engine air filter is over there, very easily accessible. This is your battery, very easily replaceable yourself. I mean, the engines today are getting so complicated, it's so hard to do things yourself. Simple things you should be able to do by yourself to save some money, I mean, you just can't do in modern cars. But with this one, you can. So by now, everyone is familiar with the side profile of this truck because, well, it's been like this forever now. But let's review it anyway. So here you have your Tacoma badge. The side view mirrors have an LED for your turn signals as well. This truck also has a side step. For those of you that are short, it'll probably help you get in. Although this is a pretty small truck, you don't really need that step to get in. Do you guys know what Toyota calls this side step here? They call it Predator Tube Step. I'm not kidding. Take a look at the window sticker. Over here, you have a TRD 4x4 Sport decal on the side of the bed here. This vehicle also has the body color wheel arches as well as mudguards. They are optional, but they are also equipped on this vehicle. And as for the wheels, you get 17-inch wheels, which are wrapped in 265 65R17 tires. And you'll be glad to know these tires are called open country, as opposed to the closed country tires that some other trucks offer. Next up, let's talk about the bed back here, guys. So let's start off with the lighting. So there's 3 lights. There's one up there, there's one on that side, and there's one over here. These are controlled by a button that's towards the left side of the steering wheel, as you guys can see. Now this particular truck also comes with this bed mat here, which is actually pretty durable, it seems, and it's pretty thick as well. It will actually help protect your bed if you're, carrying something that could actually dent the bed. Over here to your right, there you have a little storage pocket. I don't think it's weatherproof, so don't put anything in there you don't want to get wet. But it does look like you can put some tools in there that you don't mind getting wet. Next to that, you have a 400 watt power outlet. To enable this port for power, make sure you first turn on the truck, make sure it's running. Then you press the button towards the left side of the driver that actually turns on the power to this port. And finally, this tailgate is actually manually operated, as you can see here. Now back here, guys, you have Tacoma embossed right into the tailgate here. You have Toyota on this handle and your rear view camera right next to it. And then you also have the trailer tow hitch, which actually is included with this truck, which is really good. And then a very nice detail here, you have 2 lights to actually illuminate your license plate that's back here. It's pretty cool. This truck is also equipped with the rear button style proximity sensors that will actually alert you if you're really getting close to something and you're about to hit it. And I'm glad to report this truck does come with a full-size spare tire, and that is actually mounted under the truck over here. That will probably save you $200 to $300 on a new tire for this truck. Something to think about. All right, guys, let's talk about the door panel here. You have this really durable, I've never seen this material before. It is sort of soft, but you're very durable here. If you really rub your arm on it, it might actually hurt. Over here, you have your window controls as well as your mirror controls. The front 2 windows are 1 click up and down, but the rear 2 are not. And then down here is your normal small water bottle space. Oh, and don't forget your speaker. All right, guys, here's your view from the driver's seat of the Toyota Tacoma. Alrighty, let's start up the engine. Here on the left, you have your traction control on-off button. This is your 360-degree camera view button. This is for your rear bed lights. This is for your auto high beam controls. And this button powers the outlet in the bed, which we already talked about. Over here on the steering wheel, you have your media controls. And behind it is your headlight and your signal stock. Down here is your call buttons. Here are the controls to control the gauge cluster screen, as you can see. And these are your Toyota Safety Sense controls down here. And that is your Viper stock. Next up, let's talk about this 8-inch center screen, guys. This is compatible with both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You also have a volume knob, which is good, as well as a tuning knob. And for this touchscreen, you have dedicated buttons on the left here. So this is for your home screen. Now, if you go to a menu, you can select something here. Or if you want to go to audio, you can press this button, which will take you to the same screen. And you select your input audio for whatever you want. You can also connect your phone, like so. Now, here's something pretty weird. You have a button for map. When you press it, it says the navigation app is not installed. You have to check Toyota's website. So does this truck come with it, or do you have to pay extra to get that? I don't know what that is. As you guys can see, this is a really basic system. This is really not one of those new Toyota systems that are 12-inch huge screens. I'm sure that's coming in the future when they do redesign the Tacoma, but for now, this is all you have. Down here, you have your climate controls, 2 temperature dials for either side, and then your fan control in the middle, as well as a single button to turn off the whole system. Very good. This is your rear window defogger, and then over here is your knob to control 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive low, and 4-wheel drive high. And then down here, guys, you have a cigarette lighter style power outlet over there, Qi wireless charger button. This is your pad. You control it via this button. This is your USB-A port. I was hoping that would be a USB-C, but it is USB-A. This is to open your rear window. This is to turn off your rear parking sensors, which we talked about earlier. This is your ECD power button. Think of it as an extra power. So when you press this button, the car literally gives you a little bit extra power for a little while when you're throwing and you need to merge or something and so on. This is your blindside monitoring system. You can turn it on or off using this button right there. And then you have 2 cup holders over here, as well as 1 cup holder here. And this is your gear shifter, a very traditional old school gear shifter. And you don't see this every day. This is your old school handbrake. Pull it up, and that's your brake. Man, I can't remember the last time I actually seen this. Well, it's here. All right, guys, let's check out the glove box here. As you can see, you have 2 charging ports in there. That is a USB-A and USB-C port. Though this glove box is really not that big. It looks like it's like 6 inches wide, 6 inches in the length, as well as 6 inches deep. Not too big. Let's move on. Here's your door panel, which we already covered on the driver's side. There is no storage up here. This is your glove box. Now this is a fairly decent glove box over here. And if you're into DIYing, that is your cabin air filter behind that. If you haven't seen my video about how to change the cabin and engine air filter, you might want to check that out up here. Alright guys, it's starting to rain out there, so let's wrap this up real quick. Since this is a small truck, there's really not that much space. There's a seat back pocket right here, and there's no seat back pockets over there. There's two cup holders here, no charging ports or anything underneath. And as you can see, I've set the seat for me where I would be comfortable, and my knees are just about brushing up against the front seat in the front. You do have enough, but not a lot. Now, if you do want to store something that is hidden and out of view, there's a tab here which you pull and the backrest pops down like this. And behind this, as well as the other seat, there's a storage space. So if you live in San Francisco, you might want to get this truck. If you guys are still here at the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help me out a lot. And let me know in the comments what you think about this truck. Now for the last 5 minutes, it's just starting to drizzle, so I gotta really get out of here. But I'll see you guys next time. Peace.